Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is my furry friend tag. So I have been wanting to make this video for like a few months now. I never really got the chance to make it, but I was like, what should I film this Saturday? Today's Friday. What should I post on this Saturday? And I was like, maybe finally introduce and tell you guys all about my little kitty Senor. Okay, let's get started. This is my kitty. It's musty, dusty, crusty, orange color. Look how cute. Okay, I'm gonna let him, sit in my lap for a while because he's a little bit cranky. He just woke up from it. What is your pet's name? So I have a cat and my cat's name is Senor. Let me tell you a little bit about why I named him Senor. So his name was Mr. Fuzzles by his previous owner. I think the previous owner was like a little 4-year-old little girl, so she named Senor Mr. Fuzzles. Basically, I mean, I'm gonna tell you how I got Senor later, but Mia Amelia picked him up from the shelter, and Amelia is Cuban. A lot of people ask if Amelia is Spanish, where she's from, but Amelia is actually Cuban. So she like speaks and talks in Spanish and yells in Spanish all the time. So in the car, Amelia was like, "Sir, Senor," because Senor means sir in Spanish, and like sir is kind of like Mr. And also like she just really likes to call her little animal sir, because I think she has 3 dogs and they're all boys. She says Senor, and I was like, that's a really good idea. I should name my cat Senor, because Mr. Fuzzle is a little bit long and it's a little bit like a kid's name. A kid would name the pet Senor, I mean Mr. Fuzzles. And also I've been taking Spanish for 3 semesters, so basically 2 years, and I'm learning Spanish, and I just feel like Senor is a really good name for my cat. So what kind of pet is it and what breed? My pet is a cat, as y'all could probably tell. I actually have no idea what breed my cat is. I think he's a Maine Coon, like definitely part of Maine Coon, because he has like a little mane growing around his face, and he has like really long hair and his growing out of his ears, and he has this really fluffy tails, and my cat is just like a really fluffy cat. Honestly, I really don't care, but if you guys know what kind of cat he might be, you can tell me. How long have you had your pet? Actually, I have not had my cat for that long. So I adopted him the end of or in the mid-April. So now it's like around the end of or the mid-July. So it's been 3 months since I had my cat. Question is, how did you get your pet? Okay, I think there's a long story. I think the end of April, I've said it in my last vlog. At the end of the video, I was saying like at the end of April, I went to New York, and I don't really want to say really bad things about New York, but I feel like when I was in New York, I was really depressed. So my friend Regine was like, you should get a dog as an emotional support animal. And I was like, okay, when I go back to Gainesville or when I go back home, I'm gonna adopt a dog. So Mia Amelia was like, let's go to the animal shelter, because she used to volunteer there. So we went to the shelter, played around with a bunch of dogs, and none of the dogs worked out, because I feel like in the shelter the dogs are just really anxious, and I never really had a connection with any of the dogs that we looked at. So my roommates, I have 4 other roommates, and they're all like, you should get a cat, because there's no way that you're gonna be able to take care of a dog, because you're gonna be in school all day, like we're not gonna walk your dog. So I was like, fine, I'll just go through, look at the cats and everything. So the shelter was about to close that day, and we looked through, we were just literally just looking through, like looking at the cats. We had no intentions of adopting or fostering. Anyway, we saw Senor, and he was just the cutest little, he was just really cute in his little cage, and I was like, okay, that's it, bring him home. Okay, so the next question is, how old is your pet? I think when I adopted Senor, he was 11 months old. So right now he's about a year old. And the next question is, what are some quirky things about your pet's personality? I've met a lot of cats in my life. I never really considered myself as a cat person until I actually had one. Now I'm like a completely ride-or-die cat person. Like dogs, I'm not really a dog person anymore. My cat is very, very kind, but my cat has a really like outgoing personality, and that's also why I think he's kind of Maine Coon, because he's not scared of people. Like he has no fear in front of anyone. Like anyone could just go up and pet Senor and he would be fine with it. Quirky thing about my cat, I would say, is that he makes really funny noises. He's very talkative. He's like the most talkative cat I've ever seen in my life. When you walk around him, he would just say like meow, or like just make weird sounds, and he would just make he meows so much. He's very, very talkative. I think that's the most like quirky thing about him. And the next thing is, what does your relationship with your pet mean to you? Since I live in an apartment in a college town, people don't really like, there's no pet policy. I adopted my cat because I needed like an emotional support animal. Like I was going through a lot of stuff a few months back, and I was just not feeling good. I was just a little bit depressed. If you are going through anxiety or depression, or if you just feel very alone and lonely, a lot of times I really suggest you to, you know, go to the shelter and adopt an animal. They're great emotional support animals, and people say dogs are better emotional support animals. It really depends on if you're a dog person or a cat person. I'm more of a cat person right now, and cats are really chill. Especially my cat is really chill, and he would just lay in your arm and you can just pick him up, and he's just a little fluff, a little ball of fuzz. So my cat, it's like a mental support in a way, and he's just a really good friend. Like he's just a really good friend, and he's kind of like my son, so I'm like his mother. I'll always be like, let's have some mother-son time. What are some of your favorite pastimes with your pet? I can think of two. The first is my friend Will actually gave me a fidget spinner. Like a fidget spinner, you guys know what fidget spinners are, they're on the internet. So my cat loves that thing. He's fascinated by the fidget spinner, and he would just play with the fidget spinner himself. Like it's very entertaining to watch. Every single night, I do not let my cat sleep in my room because he like wants to get out in the middle of the night. So he just usually sleeps in the living room, and whenever at night, bedtime, I would go to my room and my cat would just follow me. And he would not only follow me, but he would race me because he wants to get in my room and hide under my bed when I like obviously don't want him there. My favorite memory of me and my cat is that when I first adopted him, I could tell that he was sick, but everyone, like all of my roommates was like, he's not sick, he's just stressed and all that. And then one day he started to sneeze so much, he kept sneezing. So I called a vet. My roommate's mom is a vet, so I called her and she said, oh, your cat might have upper respiratory infection, because that's really common. It's very contagious in the shelter. A lot of cats get that, so that's why my cat was sneezing so much. And I was like, I knew it. I knew my cat, there's something up with my cat. So I went to the shelter. Since I was fostering the cat, if you're fostering the cat, you can pick up free food and free litter and free medicine from the shelter. I pick up some antibiotics for my cat, and like for 2 weeks straight, I had to feed my cat medicine, like push the medicine in his throat and all that kind of stuff. What names do you call your pet? I think most time I call my cat, or I don't really call my cat Senor, it's his name, but like I call him Kitty. I just call him Kitty, like Kitty, come here. Hello.
Badass.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to say hi?
I was trying to like get you to pause it, but I guess you can just cut it out, right?
Yeah, what's up? But yeah, I also call my cat fat ass. Call my cat like little boo boo. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoy this kind of funny chit chat kind of video. Say goodbye to everybody. He's really sleepy, so that's why his eyes may be closed. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Bye. Bye. Ah, he's trying to bite me. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.